Hey, my name is Wendy, and I am super excited to share with you today. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You're actually going to be helping me a lot with my training, just giving me some honest feedback. But also, if I sent you this video, please take it as a compliment because that means that I see something in you, and I would love to work with you. So I'm excited to share with you a little bit about this company that I've fallen in love with over the past 10 plus years, which, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 10 years. It's a company with a huge heart, a company that gives back to cancer research, and it also gives back to domestic violence efforts by funding shelters and putting programs in place, such as our Love is Respect initiative, which is a texting hotline for teens and young adults to help them know what healthy relationships look like. And so the cancer research and the domestic violence efforts, I know statistics show that most women are affected by one or both, even if it's not you personally, maybe it's somebody in your life. And for me personally, I was in a long time abusive relationship. So having a company that has my back, that also gives back in those ways, really does mean a lot to me. This is also a company that is green, but it's not greenwashed. Thank goodness. So they've done things such as gone 100% landfill free. They did get an official designation of 0% landfill for all shipping and manufacturing branches in the US, which is amazing. They plant trees all over the world, and they also have recyclable packaging and even pack our products in peanuts that we can wash right down the drain. Don't tell my husband. So they really care about our future, not just of the company, but of this earth that we are leaving behind for those who come after us. How cool is that? So this company also has what women want now more than ever. Things like flexibility, balance, which I know is almost impossible to achieve, unlimited growth opportunity, connection, a real sisterhood, mentors, friendships, fun, and so much more. I didn't even know I was going to get half of that whenever I decided to come into this company. I honestly joined for extra money, and it's just turned into so much more. So what company is this? Well, it's Mary Kay. Yes, that Mary Kay that has been around since 1963. So at the time of this recording, we are actually in our 60th anniversary year, which is so fun. And they are showering us with so many prizes and so much recognition, which is even better than normal. And Mary Kay is literally breaking records. We're a top five cosmetic and skincare brand globally, which is impressive even outside of a pandemic. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I live in South Carolina. I am married to my amazing husband, Jimmy. We have 3 kids, and I have been building my business. It'll be actually 11 years, probably by the time you watch this, honestly, but it'll be 11 years in February of 2023, because who knows how long I'm going to be using this video. So I have a son, Bruce, who's 19. He's actually in boot camp. He will be graduating as a Marine on February 10th, 2023. So I am so proud of him. Let me just pause here. So I have notes, but I also just really want to share from my heart. So my son, Bruce, we have struggled with him since the 2nd grade, which I guess that would be like a really long time ago, 12 years ago. I don't know. But in the 2nd grade, he started acting out in class, and a lot of it was honestly, he was bored, and he is a very smart kid. He just makes very bad decisions. So he started getting in trouble at school. He started fighting with other kids in the 2nd grade. And because of my Mary Kay business, we were actually able to move to a totally different school district, totally different schools to see if we could find a better fit for him. Now, it turned out not to be a better fit for him, honestly. We went down a 10, 11, 12-year road of trying different schools, trying different methods of helping him, disciplining him, wake up calls, just different things. And he still ended up on a road where he ended up dropping out of high school just a few months ago and went to an opportunity school, got his GED, and now he is in boot camp and he will be a Marine. He will actually officially be a Marine next weekend. as of me recording this. And so without my Mary Kay business, you guys, I would not have been able to be there like I was. Did it go down how I wanted it to? No. Was it his journey? Was it God's plan for him? Yes. But me being able to be there when he was making the decisions that were affecting the rest of his life is something I can't put a price tag on. And it's something I wouldn't have if I was still working full time for someone else. So anyway, that was just a side note. So I have a 19-year-old in boot camp. I have a 15-year-old who's in high school, and I have a 3-year-old who is so much fun. Yes, huge age gap, totally on purpose. It's so fun, you guys. Like, for real, it's an interesting journey. So I'm going to look at my notes a little bit because I get really distracted. So when I started, I actually went to a party, and going into this party, I actually took my mom with me, and I said, okay, don't let me buy anything. And she said, okay, don't let me buy anything. And guess what? We both bought stuff. So that was the first thing that stood out to me. These products are amazing. That's probably why we're one of the top 5 skincare brands in the world right now. So I went to this party, didn't know anything about Mary Kay, never tried it. I'd heard of it. I feel like everybody's at least heard of it at this point, but I had never tried it. I wasn't into skincare. I really did want to take care of my skin, but to be honest, at that point, I'd just given up because I'd tried a million different products that promised a million different things and none of them worked. So I tried the products. I fell in love with everything. So at the time I was a paralegal, and I was also in school full time to get a degree to make more as a paralegal. So I was taking 18 credit hours, which is 6 classes, which meant I was in school during the morning and at night. In between school, I was working. I was also taking both kids to school every day, picking them both up every day. They went to 2 different schools about 20 minutes apart, and then my school was 20 minutes past that. So I was driving a lot, and I was driving a Dodge Durango that got about like 12 miles per gallon. And back then gas was really high. I know it's high again, but it was actually higher then than it is now. And I really needed some gas money. So that's how I ended up here. I started my business for extra cash. And actually where we are right now in society, most women have a side hustle of some sort. And so this is a great opportunity for extra cash, but there's so much more. So my son was in Cub Scouts. My daughter had dance. It was a stressful time. I actually was never with them, even though we did a lot. I was in the car with them, taking them to school every day, picking them both up, but I didn't spend any real true quality time with my husband or my children, even though we did a lot together. It was because we were always on the go, always super busy, had no time whatsoever. I actually, at the time, had a lot of anxiety. I had panic attacks pretty often because I was stressed and because I was broke. So I know money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy options, and it helped me a lot. It does make life a lot easier. So that's a little bit about me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the company has to offer. And then afterwards, I'm going to tell you about what my team has to offer because they're pretty dang amazing. So I actually really like acronyms. So I'm going to tell you an acronym just to share a little more about Mary Kay. So the acronym is PINK. And if you have heard of Mary Kay, you probably think of pink or the pink Cadillacs, which that's actually what we're working on earning now is our first pink Cadillac. So when you think of pink, I want you to think of these things. So P stands for profit and possibilities. So we make 50% profit on everything that we sell, which is amazing. It's the highest of any other direct selling company of consumable products. Consumable, please don't eat Mary Kay, but you are going to wash it down the drain every day, which means when you run out of cleanser, you need more, right? So I make 50% when somebody comes to me for new skincare, but I also make 50% when they run out of their cleanser, their mascara, their moisturizer, whatever it is. And we're actually #1 in brand loyalty because our products deliver what they promise. And that is very hard to find in this industry. So that 50% profit is the first way we make our money. We also can get a team building commission. We call them bonus checks or love checks because we kind of love getting them. And those go from 4% to 36%, which is huge. And it doesn't take away from your team. Your team still makes 50%. This is just Mary Kay sharing their profit with you as a thank you for mentoring them and sharing this business with them. Now, if you're new, don't worry. Your team members will actually be mentored by me, but they'll be on your team and it's a lot of fun. So those are the two ways that we make our money. As of me recording this, my highest bonus check in 1 month so far has been about $6,000. Now, that does not include my sales, my 50% profit. That is just my team building commission. Now, is $6,000 a month going to make me rich? Maybe not. However, it is a lot more than I was making working full time, stressing myself out to make someone else rich. So I would rather work for me, where I get to choose when I work, where I work, how often I work, who I work with, what I do, how I structure my schedule, working around my kids and all of that, et cetera, et cetera. So I stands for inspiration. We work together on a lot of things, such as personal growth, time management, money management, emotional management, people skills. Y'all, that's been huge for me. Yeah, I'm in South Carolina, so I say y'all. That's been huge for me because when I started, I was painfully shy. Like, I was always asked to speak up when I was talking because people couldn't hear me, or I would have to repeat myself because people couldn't hear me. So the people skills has been huge. Confidence, and that is something that you can't really put a price tag on. It's really hard for me personally to make friends outside of Mary Kay because I don't just go out to the store and just talk to random people. Like my husband, I think he's an extrovert because he could talk to anybody and I'll think he has friends everywhere, but really he doesn't know these people. He's just friendly. So this is a great way to meet new people and make new friends. Also, I never would have made a video back then, like ever. It would have been mortifying for me. So if that's you, it's okay. As long as you're willing to grow, we will do it together. So N stands for no quotas or territories within the US. So no quotas, meaning you're not expected to go do 5 parties a week or sell a certain amount a week or month or whatever, whenever you start your business. Your quota is basically your goal. So we'll figure out together what the best goal for you is, and then that's what you do. Now, are you going to get kicked out of Mary Kay if you don't meet your goal? No, but it is good to have a goal. And I know I personally did not set goals prior to Mary Kay. It's just not something that I did. So having a goal and then reaching it is also a huge morale booster. So you don't have quotas, and then there's no territories within the US, meaning if you have family in South Carolina, Texas, New York, California, Oklahoma, South Dakota, North Dakota, it doesn't matter. They can still order from you and they can still join your team. And that means that you might actually be in a different state than me, and it's okay. We can still work together because there's no quotas or there's no territories in the US. So K stands for knowledge. This just means that if you are willing to learn, I will teach you. You do have to be willing to learn, but I can teach you almost anything. The biggest things that I look for when it comes to people to work with are someone with a huge work ethic and someone with a huge heart. So if you have a strong work ethic and you have a good heart, you're going to be great at this. I can teach you everything else. That means it doesn't matter what you know about sales, skincare, makeup, Mary Kay in general, doesn't matter. I can teach you. So now that you know a little bit more about the company, this is why I have notes and what they have to offer. Let me tell you what you can expect from me as your recruiter. I am 100% committed to your success. 100%. It brings me no more joy than to be able to pour into someone things that I have gained through this journey. So I want you to succeed. I want you to reach your goals. I'll also match my time with your effort. I'll hold you accountable if you ask, but I will not push you. I'm not going to come knock on your door. I'm not going to hound you, but I am here for you. So you are in business for yourself. This is a business that you run, but you're never alone. You are not by yourself. You will also be welcomed onto our team. You'll be loved. You'll be in a safe place to grow. You'll be appreciated for who you are, not just what you do. I want to tell you a little bit about my team. I know I've mentioned them a couple of times, and I have worked with a lot of women over the years in my time in Mary Kay, but we are literally the fastest growing team in our area with over 600% increase over the previous year. You guys, that is mind blowing to me but it's not surprising. It's mind blowing to me because I didn't have that kind of confidence coming into Mary Kay that I could ever lead a team such as this, but it's not surprising because my team is amazing. They're women with tenacity, with grit, with a strong work ethic, with positive outlooks, with growth mindsets, women who will stop at nothing to improve the lives of the people that they love and the people that they lead. They have a lot of different backgrounds too, you guys. Their mamas, their wives, their students, teachers, nurses, women who work in retail, women who stay home, women who have served our country in the armed forces, women who are currently serving our country in the military, women who have faced a lot of loss, and women who have had a lot of life happen. So life is going to happen to you. Mary Kay is not going to change that. The thing that changes is that you're not in it alone. You have others who are going through life too, and we can go through it together. We love to win. We love to have fun. We're basically a bunch of happy people who like making money. We're not afraid of hard work. We overcome obstacles instead of seeing them as signs that we should quit. We are problem solvers. We are busy, but great at prioritizing. So my 3-year-old, Olivia, she was born into Mary Kay. My other kids weren't. They were 4 and 8 when I started, but she was born into Mary Kay. So she has a ton of Mary Kay aunties. And when I say we do life together, we really do life together. I'm so thankful that she's growing up in this type of environment with women who affirm each other. They appreciate each other. They love each other. They push each other to be better. And I see that in her too, even at 3. Now I see it in my teenagers big time because they grew up in Mary Kay, but they weren't born into Mary Kay. So this has been a really fun just experience watching her and how she loves Mary Kay. She loves the product. She loves the charcoal mask in particular. So more is caught than taught. And I can see that in my children and in my family, in my church. So the size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. How are you stepping outside of your comfort zone today? Are you ready to be a disruptor today? Do you feel like you can be successful at this? Maybe not. Actually, probably not. Most of us didn't think we could do this coming into it, but are you willing to give it a try? And I just want to ask that if you're looking for a change, at what time do you think it would be good to initiate that change? Do you think you should wait? Do you think that if you wait, things are going to change on their own? In case you didn't know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. So I want you to go listen to Dolly Parton's song 9 to 5. It was written in 1980, but it is just as true today as it was back then. Women are leaving the workplace in droves. Like, look at the studies. It's crazy because they know that they are worth more. Most women now also have a side hustle because they're not getting paid enough, overworked, underpaid. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, that sounds great, just not now. Maybe in 6 months, maybe in 6 weeks, maybe in a year. Maybe, when my divorce is final, maybe when my kids are older, maybe when I'm done with school, maybe when my boss stops giving me so much extra work, maybe when, insert a million other things that could be going on in your life right here. Do you think that we should wait for the circumstances in our lives to clear up or to improve? Do you think that things are going to get easier on their own? Don't wait to better yourself. Don't wait for things to become easier. Don't wait to demand more of yourself. I promise there's not a magic day. There's not a magic week. There's not a magic month. And there's not a magic pill. So don't pretend that there will be an ideal time to go for what you want. There will never be a time where it feels right. Trust me, it's not going to happen. I think the most frustrating thing for me being in this for so long is seeing women who would be amazing at this, who have every ingredient necessary and everything within them to do such big things, but they hold themselves back because of their circumstances. I want you to look beyond your circumstances and know that you can do this. You might not think you can, but you can at least try. Mary Kay Ash said that most women live and die with their music still unplayed because they never dare to try. And that's so sad. For me, I want to be a glad I did woman instead of a I wish I had. If you're willing to take a chance on you, then I would love to work with you. There's actually 2 different ways that you can get started. And there is a link to join right below this video. So the first way, when you click on that link, you'll see a $30 eStart. That's basically a merchant account for a year that allows you to run people's card payments and a website for a year. You're still the same consultant either way, whether you do the $30 eStart or the full starter kit, which is $130. That includes the eStart plus an actual starter kit that they mail you that has over $400 worth of full-size products in it and over $100 worth of business supplies and training materials. So either one that you choose, it's not like the end of the world if you choose the wrong one, because if you do the eStart for $30 and then you decide later that you want the starter kit, I can order it for you. So you can order it through me. So once you join, I will actually be in touch with you to go through first steps and figure out what your goals are. And I just pray that you decide to step outside of your comfort zone, that you decide to step into this company full of amazing women who are going after the things that they want. I want to thank you for your time today also. I know you could be doing a million other things. I know that you're busy. I know you might have kids running all over the place. You might have the dog barking. You might have the cat clawing at you to go give it some water. Your husband might be asking you to do something. I know that life is crazy, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and to give me some honest feedback. So if you feel like this is something you want to do, I want to let you know that there are women cheering you on. There are women who want you to succeed. There are women who know what it feels like to be afraid and then to take that leap and give it a try. That's where we all were. And if you feel like there's something more and you're not really sure where to find it, then I just ask that you be willing to give this a try. You don't have to get married to Mary Kay. You're not stuck with me forever. You don't have to sign a contract saying you're going to do it for the rest of your life. Don't worry. But it could change everything. It could change your life. It could change your children's lives. It could change your spouse's life. It could change the lives of your community, your church. If you had more time and more money, what would you do with it? What kind of impact would you make? I know that you're already making an impact, but when we're freed up in our time and our resources, that means that we can leave even more of an impact. So if it's something you feel like you might want to do, just take the leap into it. I'm a better person because of this business. I'm a better wife, a better mom, a better Christian, a better neighbor, and a better friend. By the way, I have a brave bonus. So if you're brave enough to give it a try within 24 hours of me sending you this link, then I actually have a free product for you. Be sure to text me and find out what the free product is, because I change it every once in a while, and I'll be happy to give you those details. But thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.